Lake Guntersville, Alabama, one of the top lakes in the country for bass fishing. It's only fitting that Garmin hosts their annual Writers Conference here, hosting the most renowned anglers in the country and showcasing their simple-to-use and top-of-the-line products that has set Garmin apart as an industry leader.
It's a lot easier to get the best of the best tournament fishermen when you've got the best of the best product. And we've got a really, really good cadre of guys. They're fishing really well in tournaments this year, and they're excited about our stuff too.
You know, Garmin's been around a very long time, and you know everything they do that they're number one in. Now they're very serious in the marine world. You know, they're not messing around. They're going to be number one in the marine world. The things that they're doing, I mean, nobody else can compete with.
They are the future. Garmin is, they're way ahead of everything else.
Traditional sonar is better than anybody out there for sure. Their mapping's incredible. I mean, 1 foot contours all the way through the whole lake. I mean, that's incredible.
You know, they're stepping up the game, and honestly, I think they're number one. And you know, as an angler, you want to be using the best stuff that's going to help you, you know, be productive day in and day out.
So simple to operate. That's why I chose Garmin. You won't believe it. Even somebody like me, not tech savvy at all, can operate these units. I'm talking about an extra advantage. Garmin gives it to you.
We are such a strong engineering company, always on the cutting edge, and we've devoted a lot of engineering right now to marine to really make some great products for the inland marketplace. And our scanning sonar right now is better than anything out there. The forward-looking sonar is so exciting because we are on top of the game right now. That's, I think, is what's so exciting, is we're pushing the envelope to do things that have never before seen possible.
You know, Garmin is getting hyper aggressive in the fishing industry. They want information from us. They have asked us to join the team and start using the units and not just fish with what they have. Check it out, learn about it, tell us about it, give us feedback. What do we need to change on it? What would you want from as a pro who's done this for a living and been fishing competitively for 30 years, what do you want us to add to these units, or to, what other lakes do we need to look at, or you know, what other lakes do we need to send our boats to? And the recreational angler is going to benefit from that because we're doing this for a living. We're taking all of our information and all the stuff we're learning about the lakes and we're giving it to Garmin. It's like this great working relationship with Garmin, and it's going to be great for all the anglers that use them because they're going to see so much more and they're going to learn so much more about the waters they fish.
The advancements and dedication each year have gotten better and better, and now that they have decided, in my opinion, to basically, you know, show the world what they have done from the aviation world, to show the world what they've done in navigation and take it out onto the marine market now is amazing. And that technology that they have available to be able to do it their way, which is, in my opinion, going to be the best way out there, is going to allow us as anglers to have an advantage that's going to be, you know, unsurpassed out there. And as it continues to grow, you're going to see guys that aren't fishing it, they're going to continue to fall in the standings if they're tournament anglers.
More from Lake Guntersville and Garmin as the pros head out on the water when we return.
Looks like one chased it right there. Did you see that? A fish chased it.
The Alaskan Series Cooler Packs by Arctic Ice. Specifically designed to keep your food and drinks cold all day long without having to use ice and end up with a soggy lunch. The Alaskan Series by Arctic Ice. Bitterly cold.
Engineered to excel, the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series are built for the ultimate ownership experience. It's a commitment to excellence packed with real-world advantages and exclusive features. Experience the accelerated performance standards of the legendary Ranger Z series. From first light to last cast, they're put together to set you apart. Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here.
There is no other sunglass product on the market like Amphibia. Optimized for life on water and land, Amphibia frames are designed to fit comfortably no matter how your face is shaped, to stay firmly in place through your most physical activities, and to float in water.
See this? No! Oh! I see him!
On top of all this, Amphibia products are built to last, ensuring that they'll stand up to whatever you can dish out, time and time again. No other sunglass product on the market offers the features and quality that we do. Amphibia sports sunglasses incorporate several new advances, including maximum horizontal displacement lenses and a patented air cells that ensures every frame floats. In addition, Amphibia lenses are scratch resistant, 100% polarized, anti-reflective on both the inside and outside, waterphobic and ANSI rated for protection. Amphibia sunglasses are truly designed for life on the water.
Bubba Blade.
The Bubba Blade is the ultimate sportsman's knife. For fishing,
one cut and you're through, guys, kind of like butter.
Just like butter.
Hunting,
you can see it, just took that right off.
Camping, or just carving up meat at the barbecue. If you've got a sportsman in the family, they're going to want to have a Bubba Blade knife. The super sharp edge and the large patented handle that gets sticky when wet makes the Bubba Blade the perfect sportsman's knife. The handle protects your hands from the blade, and the trigger grip and thumb pads let you have total control of the knife. The Bubba Blade comes in different styles and sizes to fit the need of every sportsman. So whether it's for the boat, hunting, camping, or just for slicing meat at a barbecue, the Bubba Blade is the ultimate knife for the sportsman. Go online at BubbaBlade.com to order your Bubba Blade today.
The world's best fishing line is now available in the United States.
That's a toad.
Sunline Super Fluorocarbon, with strength to guarantee your confidence.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Yamaha Marine, reliability starts here. Garmin, the power of simple. And by Engel Coolers, a legend in reliability. Welcome back to Lake Guntersville here in Alabama. Garmin has unleashed their pro staff onto the water with Garmin's newest and most innovative electronics. The newest addition being Garmin's Panoptix all-seeing sonar.
Well, we're here on Lake Guntersville in Alabama. It's a beautiful lake, it's a great fishery. We decided to bring some of our pros here, along with a handful of outdoor riders, and we just wanted to show them our new lineup of gear. We're really excited about our new chart plotters. We're excited about our new lake maps, but I think the star of the show this year is really Panoptix, and that's our real-time scanning sonar. It's an amazing, amazing thing. There's nothing else like it out there on the market.
The Panoptix is the future of fishing. We can see our lures coming in. We can choose the proper lures for the depth of fish are in. You know, you're running a crankbait and it's running 4 to 6 foot. Fish are down 8 to 12. Change crankbait, you'll see it coming back in. You get you a deeper diving crankbait, and you're right in the strike zone. I mean, it makes fishing so much easier when you go to a new body of water for the first time, because now you can really identify with the bass, figure out where they're feeding, what depth they're at, and really learn how they're reacting to your lure. And now here's the thing to pay attention to. The depth, where the fish are traveling. See this fish right here? That sucker's moving. He's chasing bait. So we need to be getting down about 7 feet. And that's straight in front of us.
Panoptix technology is just so, amazing how I can, spin that boat around and see, what's out in front of me. Just wherever I push that, push the trolling motor, turn the trolling motor, I can, really see what's out there. And right here, for example, that's probably a stump. Is what that is probably a stump there. And you can see fish when they're on the screen and see which way they're moving. That type of technology has never been seen before, been done, and to have that in the fishing world is just so exciting.
The thing that I think Garmin's going to give me a huge advantage of is actually seeing things real time. What I see in my screen is what I'm casting at. And nobody else has that. I mean, I can make a cast forward in the water column, make a long cast, and actually see my bait as it comes through the water. If it's a jerk bait, I may see the side-to-side action. I can actually see a fish swim up to it, stop, go back the other way. Maybe he doesn't like my bait. I can see him bite it. If I'm watching that bait, I can see all that.
You're talking about a revolution. Panoptix gives you that. It's like the difference between black and white TV and color. It's unbelievable. It gives you the full picture of what's happening out there. Regular sonar, you got just an instant shot of what's down below you. With Panoptix, you get a moving target of everything, not only below you, in front of you, beside you, around you. You can see everything that's out there. It's tremendous technology and a great advantage on the water.
You know, the one thing about Panoptix is that it isn't just a replacement for current sonar. It is an addition to that. It's an accessory you can use along with current sonar. Current sonar allows you to look directly underneath the boat, see what's happening in that angle, that cone that you're shooting, and all the stuff that you normally see that we're all used to with sonar. What you have on top of that, in addition to, is now a whole nother beam of information shooting forward and looking all around. As you point that with the trolling motor back and forth, you're scanning under docks, you're looking at the whole shoreline. There is nothing like Panoptix in the industry.
Coming up next, we look at what's new in terms of Garmin's detailed mapping and sonar imagery. The Fisherman's Handbook crew trust Ranger boats to get them to and from their favorite spots on the water. Let's put your Ranger knowledge to the test. For the answer to this, or to find out more about Ranger boats, visit mydreamrig.com.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
After all my years of searching, I finally busted the myth of the Yeti! The Angle High Performance Cooler, it's incredible! Just look at this lid, what a powerhouse! It's so freaking strong, so reliable, I just wanna boom! This silicone gasket's better than rubber!
Why, hello there. Are your base and sidewalls way thicker for superior insulation?
Oh, yes! After 10 days, still cold, still fresh. Let's see a Yeti do that. With Angle Coolers, it's official. The Yeti is busted.
Heavy duty, rugged, and designed for the big game hunter and angler. The Food Saver Game Saver Titanium Vacuum Sealer has the power and performance to seal in the freshness of your game and fish for up to 3 years, 5 times longer than standard storage methods. And with its extra wide dual and repetitive sealing capabilities, that's a ton of big game savings. Tough tested and rated 4.8 out of 5 stars by outdoorsmen just like you. The Food Saver Titanium System, it's a true game changer.
Call me a fool for searching. Nessie doesn't want to be found. But I've got the new Garmin Combo with the clearest scanning sonar images on the water. I can see Nessie's home and all the wee fish in crisp detail. I mean, look at it, look. It's her. Oh, you are real. You do exist.
Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride.
C.A. Richardson here for Power Pole, where every shallow water anchor is designed and tested to be extremely quiet. How quiet? Let's take a look. Hey guys. Great work, guys.
Don't slam the door!
Power Pole, deadly silent to help you catch more fish.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Bradley Smoker, food smoking made easy. Spro, sports professionals. Sunline America, the strength to guarantee your confidence. Big Bite Baits, designed to bring the big bite to your line. and by Arctic Ice, bitterly cold.
You know, we're out here at Lake Guntersville. We were here last year talking about all the new advancements Garmin made in mapping, and right now you're seeing some of the top pros in the industry showcasing some of the latest and greatest products from Garmin while we try to catch a few fish. In Guntersville, last year when I was here was my first time ever, and I was able to get out on the lake and use my mapping and kind of run around in a pre-spawn pattern and really, for lack of a better word, fish like a local, because I was able to take mapping and find the contour lines, find places that I thought fish would be staging at, and throw lipless crankbaits among other baits around and catch fish. And in doing that, it just gives you such confidence that you can go to other bodies of water and do the same thing by using mapping. And you know, the mapping is right here at my hands where I can touch it, I can move it around, I can scan, and be able to navigate to some of those areas without having a ton of concern. Obviously, you always want to pay attention to the changing water conditions, but you can get to those places and you can catch fish.
Garmin introduced our new GPS Map 7600 series of products. They are touch screen and they come in sizes 7, 8, 10, 12, and 16 inch in size. They're fully network capable, so you're able to connect multiple screens together and share your waypoints and your maps and your routes. You can connect radars and autopilots, and even a single transducer can share your sonar across both screens. They're Wi-Fi enabled, so you can download our free applications like Garmin Helm and Blue Chart Mobile and allow you to view and control your chart plotter using your phone, either your iPhone or your Android phone. They have a 10 Hertz GPS in them, so they're updating your position 10 times every second. That's the most accurate GPS on the market right now. And they come with all the lake maps built into them. So there's 17,000 lakes built in. 6,700 of those have 1 foot contours, shoreline to shoreline. So the best mapping detail you can imagine.
When I saw the mapping and capabilities of these, I love fishing outside structure. And if your mapping's not correct, you spend a lot of time wasting time looking for stuff that's not there, or looking for stuff that, you never see the stuff that is there. So the biggest thing for me when I first got with Garmin was the mapping. I could go out on a lake that I've never seen, and I understood the bottom contour as good as if I'd fished it for 20 years.
This charting is so accurate that, I mean, the minute you start to fall off of that hole into this little deep spot right here, those stumps line this whole ridge, but it is accurate to, like, as soon as you cross the line that they're showing, there's the drop. And that's what's awesome. It's like there's the line, and the boat's going over the line, and dead on. Those 1 foot contours that Garmin gives you across like shoreline to shoreline, 1 foot contours, shoreline to shoreline, means no matter where you're at out here, every single foot is dialed perfectly. And right there, now look right, I see I just dropped off, I crossed line, now look at this, look at this. There's your shad right there, there's your life. On that, right on that line right there, there's all your life swimming along. And that's a big school of gizzard shad right there. Coming right through. Oh, target-rich environment right here.
Certain lakes where electronics pretty much rule. Your lakes like Lake Havasu. Lake Havasu has a lot of man-made structure. Kentucky Lake is another one. Even the St. Lawrence, St. Lawrence has certain areas where those fish will be in certain little depressions or little eddies, and with that mapping and that new Panoptix, it's gonna be a big player. Anybody that has that technology is gonna have a clear advantage over the competition.
We offer a unit, whether it be an echo map or GPS map, for every fisherman, for every budget, for every boat. So we can cover all the way from the small John boat all the way up to the mega yacht with our lineup. So we have every price point. So if you're just a beginner and you're not sure that you want to spend a couple $1,000s on a unit, we've got you covered. Everything is so intuitive. So the last thing you want to do is break out a manual or your cell phone and try to look it up and how to do something. It's menu driven, whether it be the echo maps or buttons or touch screen. You just go through the menu, pick what you want to do, and scroll right through it. It's so easy, and that's Garmin's thing, is power of simple.
When we come back, the Garmin pros share with us the way they use Garmin to help become a better angler.
The
Arctic Ice Tundra Series, capable of keeping your food frozen all day long. The Tundra Series is a portable, safe, and reusable alternative ideally suited to replace dry ice. Keep your food as frozen as the Tundra with the Tundra Series from Arctic Ice.
From bass and walleye to crappie in the great outdoors, you deserve more than old school aluminum. Reward yourself with the quality, performance, and extra room in a Ranger aluminum design. Packed with features, these rigs carry an ultra-smooth dry ride and stable platforms. Experience a Ranger aluminum boat today. It's engineered to excel and priced to be yours. Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here.
The world's best fishing line is now available in the United States. Sunline FX2, the strongest braid available.
This braid, I'll absolutely love it.
After your next successful fishing trip, savor the flavor with a Bradley Smoker. They have a whole list of creative recipes for catch with a wide variety of delicious smoky wood flavors. Find out more about making your meal as memorable as the fishing trip at bradleysmoker.com.
Yamaha VMAX SHO, the game changer. The pros knew right out of the first hole shot that the VMAX SHO was the real deal. VMAX SHO exceeds two-stroke performance, delivers four-stroke efficiency, and is packed with legendary Yamaha reliability. It's the faster, stronger, smarter, lighter family of VMAX SHO outboards from Yamaha.
Gill that I've used for the last 5 years has been a far superior product than anything else on the market.
The main thing that's really important to me is me being dry. I've been wearing gill suits now for 3 years and never once have I gotten wet.
Engel's got the original high performance cooler and a whole lot more. Engel coolers, go with the original.
Welcome back to Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook with Wade Middleton. In this show, we've talked about how Garmin brings together an echelon of the top anglers in the country. We've seen what the new Garmin Panoptix can do, and we plotted with the new 7600 series of maps. Now, we hear firsthand from the pros how they utilize all this cutting-edge technology to take their fishing game to the next level.
What we're going to do right now is basically we're coming into this big bay. It's a big spawning bay, and I just want the furthest out shallow water. I want the furthest out hump, which is, you know, there's a little thing that butts out right there, and it tops it out about 3.5, 4 feet. So what we're going to do right now is come on in. Now the cool thing that you have on this is, you know, you can come if you're not even on this water. If you have your mapping, you can take your scroll and you can put it on that thing that said side skim. And this, I don't have to be out here to do this. And then I click on the photo and it shows you what it is. It shows you if it's soft, if it's hard, if there's stumps. And basically to me, that's some grass with some stumps in it, which is what I want right now for spawning. So I didn't have to do that here. I can turn it on my side scan and find that myself. But what I'm looking for is that mapping. I'm going to come into that depth. I know there's grass, I know there's stumps, and that's what I'm going to use a lot of this electronics for that, you know, we didn't even have 5-10 years ago. So that's the big key right now with these units, is you can do a lot of work without just casting your lure all over. You can do a lot of work before you even get there. And that's really the key. I'll find a contour line that I want, you know, a depth basically, and then I want it to stick out in the middle of something. I want it to pull it out so those fish, if they're 2
2.5 feet, they come all the way out here in the middle where it's 2.5 feet, as opposed to go all the way to the back where it's 2.5 feet. Gives them a little more security. There's deeper water out here. It gives them a little more security out here. So that's what I'm going to use these Garmin units for, is just really, you know, doing a lot of my homework that I used to do with casting and dragging a worm feel. Oh, there's a stump. I don't have to do that anymore. I can use my side scan, I can use my mapping, I can use my sonar. I can find all that stuff from sitting right here.
I've got mapping, GPS mapping on the left side, and the traditional sonar on the right-hand side. And what I'm fishing here is a little hump. You can see it right here. It's a hump. It falls off into deep water. Got some grass up on top, where grass and milfoil starting to grow on top. You can see little pieces of milfoil growing up. It's a great place for bass to come after they finish spawning and before they get out to the ledges. Neat little ambush spot. Found this on the GPS. Never fished this place before in my life. It just looks good. It looks like a place that would hold fish, and it does. There, little fella. Oh, stuck right in the top. Nice fish. That's what we came here for. Beautiful.
Panoptix is just amazing when you're out here offshore fishing, because it just kind of gives you an extra set of eyes. You know, when you're out here, a lot of times, you know, for offshore, at least for me, you know, it's really hard to get a feel for, you know, what you're actually looking at down there below the surface. So, you know, with Panoptix, it literally gives you kind of an extra set of eyes under the water. You know, you have sonar to know what's going on under your boat, and the GPS to help keep you on track, but the Panoptix literally shows you what's right up in front of the boat and what's coming up. So, you know, it's that technology is just, I know is going to be, it's going to help me catch a lot more fish.
And then right here, I've got my mapping. And that's the other thing, you know, we got the LakeVuHD mapping. It's the Ultra HD mapping. The contours are all in 1 foot increments. So, for instance, and they came out here and they surveyed themselves. It's going to tell me the exact depth. Once I scroll over right here, say they're biting in 6 foot of water and I want to find 6 foot, well, that's 11 foot, so I may want to just kind of get up on a little point like this and look for somewhere that might be 6 foot zone. Let's see what that says. That's 9.8. We're even in a half foot increment here. I can scroll over here. Once I get to that 6 foot zone, if that's where I'm getting bit, 7.9, I can just go ahead and mark that spot and I can run right to it and cast to it. You know, and that way I know that I'm fishing where the strikes are. And really the cool thing is, you know where the fish are looking at Panoptix. And a lot of lakes, you know, there's different temperatures, the water column, the bait fish are different water columns. So to be able to, you know, find that's how you develop a pattern. And in our tournament, in our sport, you know, we got 4 days of fishing. It's hard to rely on just one spot for 4 days. You've got to rely on a pattern. And to develop that pattern, the best is to develop, you know, what location are the fish at. And I mean, you can figure this all out within minutes when you get on the water. Yeah, the possibilities are endless, what you can do now. If anyone's looking to buy, you know, invest into some electronics, there's really no other reason to look elsewhere than Garmin. Garmin is absolutely the future.
So if you want to have the ultimate advantage on the water and simply learn more about Garmin, visit garmin.com/marine. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of Cabela's Fisherman's Handbook. For any of the products seen used on today's show, visit cabela's.com.
I hear a train a-coming, coming down the bend. Will is getting wet, so am I. Need to put my hood up. But I think it's done too late. Why waste the time?